here to learn, Posties.
Yes, sir.
So there's Dave Pensado.
Okay. I also don't know these names, guys. It's okay.
Yeah, Dave who?
Dave Pensado. Pensado.
Okay.
Thando.
Yeah, he's like this.
Is he Mikasa?
Mikasa's real name.
Hey, yo, no.
We love you, Dave.
Yeah, we love you, Dave. We love you. Welcome to the Posties podcast episode number 11. You know the vibes. Okay, first of all, we're gonna get business out of the way. You niggas watching right now, you better subscribe. You better like. You best be telling me I look good in the comments, or at least talk to our guest today. Timba, who do we have in the seat?
Guys.
Yes, sir.
First and foremost, hello. Also tell me I look good. Don't just sound Alex, guys. I also want to feel some love in the comments now. Come on now. But one person you definitely need to say looks good is our guest here today on episode 11. Ooh, we got someone that works in the music industry, music producer, a master of shorts, you know what I'm saying? Working behind the scenes. You know, we got Milan Rendall.
Yes,
How
sir.
you doing, sir?
Yes, sir.
I'm good, bro.
That's our live studio audience again, guys. We keep it coming.
I promise you guys, there's like 20 people here right now.
It might sound like two beautiful ladies, but it's 25.
I'm telling you, bro. I got my numbers wrong, bro. Anyways, bro, Milan, bro. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for
Can I
having
shake
me.
your hand, bro?
Good
Yes,
to
sir.
see you,
It's
bro.
good to see
Good
you,
to be
bro.
here.
It's good to see you,
Yes,
bro.
man. But a long time coming.
Yeah, I mean, we were saying before we got on air, you were like, when did we first start having this chat?
We started. Okay, let's break it down just like via like our relationship proper. Because there's a thing of like we have mutuals, right? And like we're never like chill properly like together. And there was one night we went out and we were just vibing the whole night. And I was just like,
It be
dude,
that way.
was the connection always supposed to be like this? You know what I mean?
It's crazy, eh?
Yeah, man.
If I had to backtrack and say 2017.
Yeah.
In 17,
Yeah.
a brewery, that place in Woodstock. Yes.
Damn, you're throwing it back then. Okay.
That was when the imports were still noble. Like,
It's different now.
Not even the imports, bro. The homies are still studying, bro.
we're talking pre-COVID.
Let's write exams.
Yo.
That's crazy.
That was a vibe that night.
It was a vibe.
But like, you already brought up the imports, speaking about Noble. As you guys know, in this episode, we'll definitely be touching on music. But I want to touch on you and like the startup and everything, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, there's the engineering at Universal. Like, how did you actually get into music? And like, can we talk about a little bit of like your love for music?
Yeah, bro. Who are you? What's up?
Yo, that's a deep question. You asked me like 6 questions in one question.
And you must answer all of them.
No, that's not what happened. You asked me one question. You understand?
I don't like. I mean, like, okay, so look, it started when I was a kid, right? Like, I don't come from a musical family at all. Like, I have no musical people in my family. I just had this obsession with drums.
Ooh.
So when I was 4, I said to when I was 4, I said to my folks, I was like, yo, please, you have to. And like, you know how parents, when kids have like,
Yeah, I'm obsessed. Bro. You have to-
they're like, okay, just my parents, right?
I get
Like,
you.
my mom's Indian, so she's like, just start small, you know, like, because she was like, this guy's not gonna carry on.
Yeah,
so
it's a
bought me, like,
phase.
a djembe drum.
Oh,
They
they
were
started
like-
you here.
They were like, start here. If you like this, then you can move up.
Okay.
We're hitting to Milan's beats, bro.
Boy, yeah, bro. 4-year-old Milan going like this. Ooh.
That's crazy. You're quite djembe jam.
So from
That's crazy.
so I went from there. I said, all right, I'm just gonna have to like. My mom gave me that adversity. I was like, I need to prove myself.
Yeah.
So then I just kept going, and I went like drums, I went piano, and guitar, then eventually got a drum kit. Like, just kept.
What's the timeline? Yeah.
But I mean, by the time I was probably about 15.
Oh,
So
wow.
it didn't happen quickly, and I'm by no means like a virtuoso. Like, I can play like 4 chords.
But I have to say, like, you do come from an artistic sort of family.
I do come from a
Oh, also speaking of your brother too?
Your brother's also in the artistry game.
Yeah.
The film guy.
Yeah.
In fact, you have 2 brothers, eh?
No, one brother, one
yes,
brother,
yes. But you come from an artistic family. How did that like influence the way you took music and like?
Now.
Because you always say you had a point to prove to your mom. Like,
Yeah.
That's background. That's a lot of background.
So that's a deep question. it's like one of those things, like, you know, if you decide to do something and there's no reference point in your friend group or your family or whatever, you can craft that thing for yourself. Like you're the one who stands and you make it up, right? But now everyone in my family is artistic in some way, shape or form. So there's always an opinion.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can never just do this. So I was like, I constantly felt like I had to be like working harder than the next person, pushing harder than the next person, like trying to figure stuff out. And I was constantly getting feedback, even like unsolicited feedback.
Crazy.
Like you're just chilling on some. Oh, I don't need to hear that right now. But
It's about art, bro. Like art insights. Like someone's gonna say something because it's just there.
Yeah, exactly. And then that's the opinion-based thing, because it's a thing of like when I see an iPhone chilling there, I'm like, why'd they make it like that? Why did they take the jack away? Or why did this happen? You know, all these kind of things.
You go make an iPhone, bro.
Okay. So now you got on your djembe drums. You know, you've worked your way up in the classes of versus getting up to your drum kits. How do we get into producing?
So I discovered garage.
Why did you produce that?
Why did I produce?
Yeah.
Because I realized
that laugh comes with the story.
I know how, bro. Your drums over your advance, whatever. But why? There's a reason.
You know when you're young, you always have friends that are better than you at some shit, right? Like you think you're like a good soccer player, and you always have a friend that's like, you think you're fast.
It's humbling.
So I always had friends that were just like crazy musicians. Like they just were like virtuosos. They knew all the chords and everything, and I just wasn't that guy. So I was like, fuck it, like I'm not gonna win at this game. Wait, can I swear on this thing?
Yes.
Yeah, wait. I was like, fuck.
let's just get a few fucks out the way so we know we're in the right place.
I was like, fuck it, like I'm not gonna win at this game. So I need help.
Yeah.
So I was like Googling, like how can I play all the instruments better than
checkmates.
He said, I know this game.
Yeah, loops.
Okay.
Okay.
Samples. So I said, alright, how do I put this all together?
Crazy.
That's how I got into it, because basically I'm a competitive motherfucker.
Okay.
I wanted to win.
And then eventually advanced, you were like, let me break it down further.
Yeah.
Break it down further.
Exactly.
You know, Milan actually executive produced one of the songs in the last EP. Like from afar, but like and it's crazy to see what he hears, because like it's things that are like, bro, like I didn't notice that, but I can see that we can get whatever you're trying to get. Like, a full
does it change like the feeling of a track, how the audience perceives it? Okay.
Because like everything when you're playing, when you're making a track, you're trying to make everything to get to one goal, one thing. And like there's ways to enhance it, whether it's through quality, whether it's through like just changing levels and whatever. And like he just heard it and he was like, yo, just do this, do that. You know what I'm saying? Pulls back. And I was like, man.
And then you play, and then you run and you're like, damn. He's actually onto something. That djembe drums ass nigga was onto something. Okay.
So yeah, now bro, it's 2023. What are you up to, dog? Like, obviously you've gone from the production game.
Yeah.
You've also grown in the, what is it, like 5-6 years since 2017? Like what you were doing then is not what you're doing now. What's going on?
I mean, it's another deep question. Like I'm still trying to figure it out. Like I've done everything from like artist management to like engineering to like running like a content agency to.
I heard about that.
So he's the guy. If you guys didn't hear anything else, he's the guy.
Look here, the secret weapon. We're exposing the secret weapon. Yeah.
Bro, all of them, he's just taking out things in the arsenal, bro. Not this guy, not this guy, not this guy.
But that's just the guy he is. Truthfully, like he's very like opinionated with educated opinions on creation and techniques and how to get things done, strategy-wise and also just art-wise. It's really crazy, bro.
But like, let's dive a little bit into like some of the things you brought up there. With music management, like, so we put it out there. He does manage Sishii. That was also a guest here. Go watch that episode, guys.
Do you manage Sishii, bro?
Yeah, dude.
Did you find that right now? I love that guy. I love that guy.
I tried to manage Sishii.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you guys saw the shades on the whole episode last time. Go watch that thing, guys.
We're talking about that, bro. I was rather have shades up for
the whole time. So like, how did firstly that relationship come about and you eventually managing him, and like what actually goes into managing an artist?
Bro, so how Sishii? I'll tell you how we met. It's like he had he done this song with David and Mubele.
All night.
All night.
All night.
And so I engineered that song. So he came in to record vocals. We just started talking music. I'd obviously been producing, and like.
What year is this now? It's probably like 2018.
All night.
It would have been
All night?
somewhere there. Yes.
Yeah.
And we just started chatting, and then he was like, "Yo, can you engineer more sessions for me?" I was like, "Yeah, sure, no problem." And then All Night came out, and I happened to have like some connected radio because of things I was doing. So I just sent it to radio and stuff, and then it got playlisted. So he was like, "Oh, this is crazy." And he was at a point where I think he had done that. The Gemini project came out.
Yes.
And he was like trying to figure out his sound. Like he's always been obsessed with this idea of like finding his sound as an artist, what that means. And I was like, all right, well, I feel like I'm also trying to find a sound, like not necessarily my own sound, but like find somebody else's sound, because I believe like as
resonance.
Exactly, like Timbaland said this, and I really resonate with it. Is like as a producer, you're like a vehicle, and an artist is like the driver.
Wow.
So you have like the skills to make something happen, but they're giving you the direction. They're giving you the roadmap.
That's literally like F1.
Yeah.
Literally the engineer in the background, and then the driver gets to drive the car. Yeah.
Exactly. So that's how Sishii and I connected, and it just clicked. Like he had a very clear vision about what he wanted, and I felt like I knew how to maybe make that happen. And we've just been trying to figure that story out since.
Was he the first artist you managed?
No, I was managing and still manage Thando Skwatsha.
Yes. Shout out Thando. Shout out.
He says that they come visit us, by the way, when he's back in the country.
Ooh.
He must
We need
come.
Thando here at some point.
We got LA flavor.
And how does like managing the different people then go back to you and your engineering of that car? Because like now you have an artist like Thando, which is amazing what he does. You have Sishii on this side, is also phenomenal what he does. And like you have many other vehicles that you're a part of. You might not be the main engineer, but you're a part of many other vehicles.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, you're still the engineer. So how does it go back into you now creating this car the next time?
I think it's like it's different every time. You know, you just have to be someone who's like. Firstly, I'm not doing it for me or for any glory for me. Like if I can help you tell your story and like I believe in your story, like I'm willing to take the project on. Like first, second, like I just have to be really sensitive all the time. Just be like,
it's crazy.
Just like a soft guy coming there, like
CLB's on the podcast again.
You know, we're gonna talk about your feelings. We're gonna talk about like what's important to you, where you're trying to go with.
Not respectful, bro. Artists really, that's required.
Yeah, that's it, bro.
That's required.
That's it. I mean, we had a whole long conversation about your project and like what you and like the world you were trying to create, and so it's like a lot of deep.
And it's
chats,
crazy
basically.
how well you understand that, because like I know with my communication, and everyone has their own, I guess, style of communication, but like I speak in very like pictorial words.
Yeah.
And like I know.
He's gonna get a definition for that, sorry.
Pictorial words in that my words inside an image, as opposed to like descriptive.
Okay.
I'm not descriptive. I'm more of an imagery like speaker. And not a lot of people can get that. Even other artists and other people. But like you had a way that I knew. Okay, this might not be exactly what you do all the time.
Yeah.
But you could pivot.
Yeah.
And you could be like, okay, I'm sensitive to this, and I can get it, and I can interpret it, and then that's crazy, bro.
And also just being prepared to accept that like most of the time, I don't know what you're trying to say. I also don't know how to do what you want done. Like, and I might have to call other people in and get help and like.
Okay.
But it's just like basically leveling the playing field and saying like, look, we're all gonna figure this thing out together. Like, you're not coming to me for answers. I'm not coming to you for answers.
Exactly.
None of us here know what we're doing.
We're trying to figure something out.
We're gonna make it make sense, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how I
the guy, bro. Mr. Guy, bro.
Yeah.
I haven't even spoken about. Let me bring it up now, bro. Mr. Eazi, EMPAWA.
Sheesh. Don't Eazi.
What's going on there, bro? What's going on there?
With EMPAWA.
Yeah.
Hey, bro. So
that's your boy, eh?
But also just touch on like the because EMPAWA does stuff with Sishii, also does stuff with Thando. Like, how did the actual EMPAWA relationship start, and then also with Mr. Eazi and everything like that?
So that whole EMPAWA relationship started actually with Sishii.
Okay.
With All Night.
Yes.
So Sishii entered All Night in this EMPAWA 30 artist India competition, and he ended up winning. And I think this was 2018.
It was like 2018, 19.
Yeah. So they were giving out grants, like grant funding, so you could shoot a music video, like put money behind your track. So Sishii at that point, he got, I think it was $10,000. I mean, it's nice.
Definitely,
right?
for an artist coming up, it's a thing of like, you need that funding.
Yeah.
Exactly. And at the end of the day, as an artist,
it's going crazy.
you know the vibes. Money is being spoken about now. Imali, guys, dollars. So like at the end of the day, we also touched on this, but the business aspect of being an artist. Like at the end of the day, you need that funding, all these things. So like, how did that with EMPAWA and everything you were saying? Sorry.
Yeah. So we entered the song one, and that was kind of like the introduction, and then we carried on, and we had this like whole idea. The relation continued. Like we had this Sishii and I had this idea about like how cool it would be to be independent and like make it independent and whatever that means. And then like years went by. Eventually, I was like, "Bro, we need money, like to
get to that next level, man." Yeah.
If you make it independent, like well done to you, like that's amazing.
I mean, that's also what I've learned, bro. You do need that injection, like especially when you're trying to tap into something else and your resources are. You know what your resources can do for you, and you're like, hey, like let me just get that injection to try and like shoot there.
And I saw a video. Eazi was saying like there's basically two things that artists need. It's like mentorship and it's funding.
Because they have the talent there already,
but it's just like figuring out how you package yourself as a product. Because basically, if you're an artist, that's it. Like it's like the most pure form of entrepreneurship.
Yeah, facts.
You are your product. Like that, you are what you're selling. So I just emailed these guys like week in, week out for months with updates. Like, this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. I just needed to illustrate that we could be consistent over time.
Yeah, perfect.
And then eventually, like. I started sending demos, and they got back to me, and they were like, "We want to sign both of you guys."
Wow! Congrats, man!
That's literally a testament of consistent work. And, being putting yourself in a position to take the opportunity and take the chance when you come.
100%, and that blossoms into like a networking relationship, like you have now.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's weird, right? Like, because if it didn't work out, then I would have been crazy. Like, I've just been cold
for months.
That's what it is. I mean, the only ones who are crazy are the ones who like actually
they actually do it. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. You have to get some form of delusion. Quote unquote. To like actually convince yourself that this thing is gonna get done.
Yeah, 100%.
Like they're gonna respond to my email.
I know they will respond. Okay.
Like bro. What do they say? You actually thicken your what is that thing? Thick
what is what? Thick what, brother? What's the
thick skin? Nigga.
What if a nigga wasn't watching? What if a nigga wasn't watching right now?
Yeah, very diverse platform.
And we love you all. But like touching on the networking, I wanna take a little bit of a segue. So you did graduate with a degree in music tech. You're also there with Bubele and the imports. I wanna touch on that relationship a little bit and how that's gone on and like the music they make, your part in what's the imports and formerly known as Noble Journey. Like how's that been?
I mean, it's an interesting question. So the degree I got was a film production degree, but I did at the same course. Yeah, it was with Apple. He was I think a year ahead of me.
Okay. That's your big brother.
Yo, we're not calling our boy the big brother. Not on this platform. Not on this platform.
But like my involvement in anything to do with Noble was really just like from a learning perspective. I was just trying to be in the room with them as much as possible and just soak up as much as I could from them. Like. And they were very generous.
I remember literally 2017 I think was it a performance or was it like a listening session?
It was.
I can't remember what we were doing there.
It was Bubele's graduation project.
So it was a graduation project.
Yeah.
And I still had the visuals running. That was the case. And like we're just there chilling, bro. Like there was no agenda, just about being in space.
Yeah.
And, like absorbing that energy and like I suppose you took that and like.
Like for me, what was interesting about that whole thing was so the music tech program at UCT was very new. Like Bubele was basically like the guinea pig.
Okay.
But the head of department was, I think he's still there.
What is music tech, bro? Excuse me.
Music tech, dude. It's
Is it production?
No, it's not production. It's actually got very little to do with production. It's like a combination between like sound engineering from a like practical perspective, so like how to run sessions, how to record,
okay.
and then also like from an academic perspective, so like how sound works and the physics involved, the physics of sound.
That's crazy.
It's like super deep. Yeah, I was very underqualified for that shit.
Oh, but you're here now, and like.
Yeah, I mean I got through it, bro. But
Exactly.
Like, just.
Exactly. But then what like break down like what a session looks like for like people that haven't been like in the music industry and just listening, like what usually does a session with an artist or with other artists or with producers actually look like, from I want to say going into making the record, but just like that hour, 2 hours, whatever can, yeah, this is
Your ideal session.
yeah, your ideal session.
Yo.
And then after that you don't have to drop names, but what was a session you walked out of and you're like, fuck, that was a waste of time?
Yo, I got a lot of sessions.
That's a fire question.
The perfect session, bro. I think an artist comes prepared, like they've warmed up beforehand. They have an idea about like what they want to execute from an emotional perspective. Like we can work out the details. We can, if it's like words you're struggling with, we can work that out. If it's music you're struggling with, we can work that out. But if you're unsure like how you feel or what you want to express in relation to how you feel, I can't help you.
Feel that.
I can't feel for you.
Like when I'm in the studio with the guys, the very first question I ask is how you guys feeling today?
Yeah.
And it's not like how you doing, it's just literally how you feeling today. Break it down.
Does it add to the vibe and the energy of the session too? Okay.
Yeah, bro, like a session is basically like therapy. Like, and then there's singing involved, which is dope. So you're getting into the session and you're just talking about like who you love, your deepest fears, your desires, dreams, all that kind of stuff.
And you better have a piano bit behind this.
And
I love drum. Yeah.
So sounds okay.
Depends. Depends what you're trying to sing about. I mean, sometimes it's like, I don't know, it's a night out or something.
Yeah.
Whatever, you know.
Okay. And now one of the worst ones.
Bye, bro.
Ooh.
Okay.
Aww. And now let's delve into some of the bad experiences and how those can pan out. We don't have to drop names.
I'm not holding you, but hey, better drop a name.
No, if you drop a name, then it's gonna be 3 versus 1 in the fight. We got you.
I'm not that guy. I would never do that to someone.
Shout out.
It's a vulnerable space. But I have had a session where somebody hit me up. They were like, "Yo, I need to have a session with you." I'm like, "Oh, wait, cool." So they were like, "Please send your rates." Sent through the rates, everything they paid in advance. I was like, "Damn, this
is great.
This is great. Like, this person's really like professional.
Like it's happening. Like yeah."
And then they showed up, and they were like, "So where's the song?" I was like,
"Excuse me?
What?" I was like, "What do you mean? Where's the song?" They were like, "No." I was like, "I paid for the song." I'm like, "You've like completely misunderstood. Like you're the artists. We're gonna make a song." No, they thought they were paying me to make them a song.
Like
they would like produce, written, like
does that happen?
They were like, "No, we were. They booked a recording session." I was like,
"They paid you to be an artist."
Surely I know.
And he's ghostwriting everything. What?
And I'm not singing somehow. I said, "Wow, no."
How did that end up though?
Okay.
So then, and they'd never been in studio before.
Wow.
That was the other thing that was like really interesting.
What?
They came through, and I was like that's not how this works when you book a recording session. This is what you're booking at. Like I thought it was kind of self-explanatory. Recording session.
It is.
So they were like, "No, that's not what we thought we were booking, but we paid for the time anyway, so we're going to use it." So I sat for 3 hours with someone in the studio. And all they did was take videos.
You're lying.
Give him a song.
From what, bro? From the visuals? No, man.
Can you sing? No, we can't sing. So what are you doing here?
I did not expect that.
I was just like super chill.
I love life, man.
Because you get stories like that, man. Wow.
At least we can have fun. Like I said, we can put the mic on, we can record some stuff. Like
we'll get something out of this.
I hope my guy gets mad when he sees this. He goes into the studio and he gives us bangers. I hope it gets that emotional passion to go and create for you.
Bro, I don't know you, but I know you're not doing that. I know that for a fact, my brother. This guy went home, he watched the visuals, and went to sleep. That's exactly what he did. Damn.
He's got a nice, very expensive Instagram story.
Oh, very expensive.
Okay. Okay, give us the most interesting session you've had.
The most interesting session I've had. Probably recently, like we had sessions we were doing an Amapiano project.
Okay.
And we had
Can you say who the? Yeah, can you say that? Okay, that's fine. That's fine. NDA is assigned.
I'll take a sample again.
And yeah, it was crazy. Like the session started probably around like 11. It's like a weird time to start a session.
PM or like AM?
In the morning.
Okay.
Oh wow. And we ended at like 3 the following morning.
Wow.
That's beautiful.
So and we just I think we produced probably like
the vibes are just that immaculate.
5 6 tracks. Yeah, they were dope. They were super dope. I was engineering. I wasn't producing.
I can't wait to hear it, bro.
It was amazing.
I can't wait to hear
It'll
it.
come out in May.
Okay.
Oh, shout
What else you got
out.
lined up?
There's something dropping in April as well.
Okay.
So that'll be cool. I was engineering on that project as well. So I'm quite excited for that.
Okay.
We also know there's something happening in the hills somewhere.
Yes. That's coming soon, guys. That's coming soon. That Sishii project. Ooh.
That thing's fire.
That thing's fire.
That thing is fire. That thing is fire. Oh my god.
I wish you could literally like play snippets here, but guys,
We can't. We're not allowed to, guys. But like.
But you can hear snippets because Mans is posting them up on his
He's posting
No, it's posted up, guys. Go to Sishii's Instagram, spam those reels. Say you came from Posties. That's all you need. I heard you speak about Timberland, and I actually wanted to touch a little bit on. I'll get into asking like your top 5 producers after this, but I want to actually preface it and be like, I know through my sources that the Black Card Father, Clarence Avant, is one of your biggest inspirations.
Clarence Avant. He's on my wall, yeah?
He is.
He's on my wall.
So I want to a little bit talk about like how he has inspired you, like in like your music journey and everything like that.
Yeah.
And then after that, we'll get into our top 5s. We like doing top 5s, top 3s, top 3 producers. But like, let's talk about Clarence first.
I mean, it's not necessarily like that I would like to be Clarence because I can never be. I mean,
yes, but like it inspires you, you know.
It's
Milan Rendall.
It's very inspirational. Like, I like that he just stayed like humble, stayed in his lane, did what he knew how to do, and took everybody up with him.
It's crazy.
Like that's it. Like for me, that's if I can be involved in doing something like that through the course of my life.
Your net is growing. I have to attest to that. Your net is definitely growing.
Slowly, bro. Slowly.
Take your
It's
time.
the consistency that you've already put there that is only going to bear fruits in the future.
Let's hope so.
100%. Now it's done.
Yeah,
It's done.
we hope.
Yes, sir. That hope is in good ground. I'm sure it'll come up.
Yeah, but I mean, as I said, to answer your question, I think it's like anyone who was connected to Clarence benefited not because he wanted the glory, but because they were doing something that people needed to hear.
Yeah.
Wow. That's
and I
powerful.
think that was it. You know, that's for me the most inspiring thing. Like, you hear people, you see people around you, and they've got like beautiful things to say. Like, help them, give them a platform if you can.
Yeah, exactly.
Or help them find one.
I mean, we definitely share that message. That's definitely one of the reasons behind Posties. It's giving platforms to not only people but ideas and concepts
and creating a community at the end of the day.
That's it, bro. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now it's hot time.
Top 5.
Top 5. Do we say sound engineers? That's what I was saying. Do we group them into one? Okay, let's say top 3 producers, top 3 sound engineers for you.
And then top 3 artists.
Top 3 artists.
Yeah.
How are you gonna ask me a question?
I'm sorry.
You're on the spot now. You're on the spot now. Spotlight is on you, Milan.
That's rough, bro. That's a hard question.
It's a hard question.
Okay, so
feelings will be heard.
Buckets to play with it.
Top 3 producers, bro. Yo, I need to like categorize this thing.
That's fine.
So, for me, Timberland is definitely there.
Shout out Tim.
Timbo is there for sure.
It's the bounce, bro.
It's the bounce, bro.
It's the bounce, bro. There's no one that has more bounce.
Unmatched, bro. I can say probably it's maybe not like the most. It's not everyone's favorite, but I
No,
really
it's
love.
your favorite. That's what
Yeah.
we're here for.
Thando Musician is like one of my favorite.
Yes, I respect that choice too.
respect
that.
Also, him live.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's just fire, and also like, I just think like I love the way he approaches the game. Like his approach to music is so generous, so with such humility.
What do you mean generous?
Generous, like he's willing to find you singing in your bedroom somewhere and put you on a track because
Wow.
he thinks it's dope.
Oh, wow.
You know, like
and that's what music is.
yeah, absolutely.
I guess I
So-
still have a lot to learn about him, man.
No, he's such a dope guy. Such a dope guy. And then probably like last musical inspiration from a production perspective.
No, do your thing. Do your thing.
Dr. Dre probably.
Dr. Dre.
Just because he also walked that line between like I'm an engineer but I'm also a producer. And he had like a crazy ear for sonics and like the way like go and listen to a Dr. Dre mix.
Yeah.
That shit is
he
just
makes a movie.
it's like
He makes a movie. Hans Zimmer.
Hans Zimmer vibes. Yeah, literally. Okay.
I have never heard Dr. Dre being compared to Hans Zimmer, but okay.
I'm not. It's the first time the idea came.
Like, when you said it, I was just like, I'm hearing you.
It's like
Exactly.
German, Austrian white guy, a guy from Compton.
But let's make it work.
Bro, how do you like capture Eminem, bro, and like give him like such a beautiful playground?
Bro, 50 Cent.
Literally.
I mean,
The names go on and on.
yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Okay, let's delve into the next one now.
Okay.
Okay,
Next
so now we're going to
bucket.
talk engineers.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to probably say names that people don't know, but like.
That's fine.
Go and Google it, like.
We're here to learn posties.
Yes, sir.
So there's Dave Pensado.
Okay. I also don't know these names, guys. It's okay.
Yeah, Dave who?
Dave Pensado.
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 Okay.
Pensado.
Yeah, he's like this.
Is he in Mikasa?
Mikasa's real name.
Hey, no.
We love you, Dave.
Yeah, we love you, Dave. We love you,
Dave is like this, like old guy.
Okay.
He's like a US based, but he started a show on YouTube called Pensado's Place.
Oh, wow.
And it was literally like a YouTube channel dedicated to like debunking engineering myths, like how you mix, how you get better mixes, like what he's using, what the pros use, and I mean it's just blown up. But like he was a huge inspiration to me because I used to watch all of his videos. So,
Okay.
like if you're a photographer, he's like Peter McKinnon basically.
Oh, okay.
And then who else for me is like a killer engineer that I'm just like obviously like Noble work with this guy or the imports work with this guy Furman Suero who's like bro he's got energy like the energy he brings into the studio
It changed the vibe.
he does
That's the how you feeling question. He said.
He said we're feeling like this.
you are feeling this way. Yeah, he's fire. Like it's been really cool. I've seen him work. I've never worked with him, and I've followed along. Like he posts a lot of content. And
Fire.
So, like, I follow along, from afar. But I'm very inspired by like what he's been up to, and he's like a vocal engineer. So he like
Oh, wow.
he is like just vocals.
Okay.
If you
I love
listen
those guys.
to.
I love vocal
Bro.
engineers, bro.
You send them like a voice note and it comes back sounding like Beyonce.
And you're like, was that me?
How did that happen?
Yeah.
So Furman definitely, and then there's this guy called Christian Wright. He's a mastering engineer.
Okay.
So I've given you like a broad.
Yeah, literally.
No.
Dave is a mixing engineer.
That's
Furman does
vocal engineer. That's
vocals.
a whole song, bro.
We're here to learn, guys. No, thank you so
That's
much.
the whole song,
Yeah.
bro.
So Christian masters, and I mean I am inspired by him because I work with him. So
Okay.
Did you bring him up
when
you spoke last year?
Yeah, I said you should
Yes.
definitely use him for your masters. So he works at Abbey Road in London, and the way this guy will just bring elements in your track out that you never even knew were there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's fine.
Yeah.
He's
Nice.
fine. And he does like
What is
amazing.
that? Is that like a detailed? Yeah, like what is that? Because there's that guy who just like enhances things that you didn't even know existed.
I don't know, bro. If I understood mastering engineering, I wouldn't be here.
Okay, so top 3 artists.
Now we're wrapping it up, guys, on a big one. Milan is giving us his top 3 artists.
My top 3 artists. I grew up like eclectic. I listened to like very
Is that a way to say I was weird?
Yeah, basically.
Okay. Literally.
Like no one who's in music wasn't weird.
That's
Like,
true.
Facts.
That's true.
So I think for me, like I really enjoyed Ishmael Lowe.
Ishmael.
You're not gonna know anyone I'm saying.
That's okay, because afterwards I'm
I'm
here.
thinking Ishmael from was the latest group.
No,
No.
Not that.
I can say no for Milan. No.
I'm dead. Yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
so
Ishmael.
Lowe, I
What kind of
really
music is that?
It's like East African music.
Wow, okay.
Beautiful, like guitar, kind of like folk music. Like
Oh,
he took
okay.
the
I'm gonna
pieces
play
of.
you a song after this on that same steez.
Don't
Okay.
just play, bro. Just play. I would love to hear it. So Ishmael, I really enjoyed his
Not
music.
myself. Yeah.
You know when you listen to a song and you think to yourself, "Damn, I wish I had made." Bro, you watch a movie and you like, "Damn, I wish."
Like you were that close to making it.
Like you could have had that idea.
Bro, that wasn't you, bro.
I sometimes wonder, like, where do ideas come from?
Bro, can I
You
just
just
reach
gotta
into
catch
this
them,
bank,
bro.
man? Damn.
And it's like some people are so blessed.
Because they
Like-
just keep coming out.
That vibe, bro.
Sishii is like that for me. Like I watch that guy work and I'm like,
Where did that come from?
I never
Manana?
had an idea.
Manana also?
Manana's not fair, bro.
Mm.
Manana's
Yeah.
not okay. Like
That rollout of his is crazy. I'm not gonna-
Bro, and the guys, they're still coming out.
Yeah.
Bro,
But
another
it's
fire
so
one.
fire.
Okay,
Yeah.
second.
Second, I'd say probably like Black Coffee. Like for obvious reasons, you know.
Shout out Gosnati.
Alright.
I had to, bro. I had to, dog.
We do need you here, sir. We do need you here, sir.
You will be here, sir. You will be here.
Man went government with it. Alright. And then lastly, favorite artists.
I'm sorry for this question, by the way.
Nah,
Yeah,
it's
no.
a hard question. I'm
No,
not gonna lie.
we're here for the hard questions.
It's such a difficult thing, bro. Like you're asking me, like, who's my favorite artist?
Yes. Top 3.
Damn.
Disclaimer: It doesn't have the answer doesn't have to be the same tomorrow. Say for us
Yes,
tomorrow, the answer
right
doesn't
now.
have to be the same.
Like
Right
who am
now.
I listening to right now? I'm listening to a lot of Burna.
Ooh, Oluwa Burna.
Yeah.
Okay, alright.
But I feel like that's such a basic. Like for,
Did you hear the rest of your answers? I give you one basic one. I give you a basic pass, bro.
I'm not saying Burna's basic. I'm just saying that. it
Yeah,
was
guys, please don't
everyone's
clip that part where we burn up his basic came out and now it goes running. No.
Not basic.
It just happens to be everybody's favorite. Which,
Wow, no, I just want to say thank you for the Posties family for coming through, Milan.
Thanks for having me.
Damn, man.
It's good to
No, I definitely broadened the mind, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We appreciate your time. You know, it's been a long time coming. It's
Exactly.
not going to be the last one. There's still so much you need to do.
Bro.
There's still so much we need to do, and we'll tap back in at some point. But thank you for your
100%.
time, your presence,
Oh.
accepting that calendar invite.
You know what I mean? You know, taking us to the Jemba Drums journey.
Yes, sir,
Yo,
yes, sir.
guys, I just want to say to all of you guys, please follow us on socials. Milan's things will also be in the description.
What's your
Like,
name, bro?
comment,
Oh, just
subscribe.
Milan Rendall.
At Milan Rendall.
Yeah.
Like, comment, subscribe, listen to it on Spotify, share with your friends. Please contact us. We just want to learn. We want to do everything with you guys. And you guys know the vibes. The journey continues.